the AFC would have run through the Pittsburgh Steelers, if not for the unbeaten Kansas City Chiefs. Sitting atop the AFC North, the Steelers are gearing up for their most challenging stretch of the season, with all 6 divisional games packed into the final 8 weeks. Having secured 7 wins so far gives them some leeway, but coach Mike Tomlin knows there's little room for complacency. The Steelers' 28-27 win on the road against the Washington Commanders, another first-place team, was a reminder of the team's strengths and weaknesses. Tomlin admitted, "It was enough for us to win today." But he's already thinking ahead, calling next week's opponent, the Baltimore Ravens, a hot opponent. Can the Steelers maintain their hold on the AFC North lead against Lamar Jackson and the Ravens? Quarterback Russell Wilson, making his 3rd start for the Steelers, completed 14 of 28 passes for 195 yards and 3 touchdowns, with 1 interception. His key targets included George Pickens, who had 5 catches for 91 yards and a touchdown, including a spectacular acrobatic grab. In his Steelers debut, Mike Williams caught a 32-yard touchdown pass on his lone target, showcasing the deep ball connection Wilson has quickly developed. Tomlin emphasized Wilson's potent passing game, particularly the moon ball, throws Wilson is known for, saying, "I've seen it a few times on highlight shows. It's a little better in person." The Steelers' offense has relied heavily on the deep pass, and Wilson's ability to deliver on long throws is becoming a hallmark of his play. However, the offense's performance could have been better. At halftime, Wilson had just 48 passing yards. His longest completion was 16 yards, and his third-quarter deep pass intended for Pickens was intercepted by safety Jeremy Chin. Wilson acknowledged the miscue, calling it a long punt, and reflecting on the need to move forward quickly. Despite the inefficiency, the Steelers still managed to make plays when needed. On plays where Wilson threw more than 20 yards downfield against Washington, he completed 3 out of 7 attempts. 2 were touchdowns, and all but 1 were aimed to the left. The Steelers had 4 plays that gained more than 20 yards, including a screen pass to Jaylen Warren. Tomlin pointed out that the team's receivers have shown they can make big plays when called upon. But it wasn't just the offense that stepped up. The Steelers' defense stepped up with critical contributions from Cam Heyward, 2 sacks, T.J. 2 tackles for loss and a pass breakup, and Alex Highsmith, though Highsmith left the game with an ankle injury. This balance of offensive firepower and defensive dominance is a critical element of Pittsburgh's strategy and has paid off so far. Despite Washington holding Pittsburgh to just 3.3 yards per carry, the Steelers remain committed to the running game, using Warren, Najee Harris, and Cordarrelle Patterson. It wasn't always practical, but kept the Commanders' defense honest. Pickens was the X factor in the win, and Wilson is confident in his abilities. "George has just been showing up in special ways," Wilson said. "I just got so much confidence in who he is, the competitor that he is." With Pickens, along with the strong play of the defense, Tomlin has the ingredients for a successful season, but the upcoming stretch will test their mettle. The Steelers' 28-27 win also featured a dose of trickery. On 4th and 1, the Steelers drew the Commanders offside, sealing the game with just over a minute left. Tomlin's aggressive play calling and willingness to take risks are part of the Steelers' identity, and even though a failed fake punt earlier in the game didn't work, Tomlin owns the decision. "I own that. I'll do it again," he said. Everything about this Steelers team, from Wilson's deep throws to the defense's grit, carries an all-or-nothing mentality. With Tomlin at the helm, they're pushing all their chips to the middle, but in true Steelers fashion, they're not making noise about it. The road ahead will be challenging, but the Steelers are confident they can hang with the best in the AFC.